Okay, so let's say you have declared your variable. Well, now we want to give it a value. Okay, this is called initializing. It's giving it its initial value. So once you have the name of your variable, once we've declared that word length is an int, well, we can go ahead and assign it a value with the assignment operator, which is just the equal sign. So I say word length equals 7. What that means is from now on, if I say that word length somewhere in my code, I can use that anywhere that I would want to use a 7. Okay, it's going to, whenever I put that word length in there, it's going to say, oh, 7. He means 7. We can also do our declaring and initializing in one step. We'll want to do that a lot of the time. So int word length equals 7 does two things. It declares my word length variable, and it sets the initial value to 7. So it declares it and initializes it. Okay, so down here, I made a variable called grade that is an integer. It's an int. And then I set the value. Here, like I mentioned earlier, you can declare multiple variables at the same time as long as they're the same type. And here I initialize them. I say first name is John, last name is Doe. But here, I just went ahead and did both at once. If you're gonna do both of them right after each other, you might as well just make it one line here. So I'm making a decimal number, okay, a double called GPA, and I went ahead and initialized it right off the bat. Okay? So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these. Okay, I'm going to print the student's name is plus first name. Now be careful. I don't want to put first name in quotes, because if I put first name in quotes, it's going to literally print first name. I don't want it to print first name. I want it to print the thing that is stored in first name. So in this case, it should print John, and last name should print Doe. And here it prints first name and grade and letter grade and GPA, because all of those things have been stored in memory. So let's run this. So it's inserted all of those values that we had stored in variables. Now, again, they're called variables because you can change them. So what I did is I changed the grade, the letter grade, the GPA. I did not declare again. If I try to declare again, it's going to yell at me because it's going to say, hey, you already have one of those. Okay, variable's already defined. So that's something you only need to do the very first time. You don't need to do it whenever you're modifying the variable. But I basically just copied and pasted this code. I didn't have to change the values in there because I had already modified the value of the variables. And even though it's the same code, it prints different stuff because the values of those variables are different. And that's what starts to make our code interesting, is because before our code ran the same no matter what. Well, now we're going to have variables that can change, and our code will run differently each time.